My name's Kromann, here to teach you Photoshop, and I'm going to show you how to use drawing and layering effects. So here we have our dragon, and that we're going to kind of color and everything. We can use just the brush and everything. So we can use a lot of different things. If we use just it erases everything, and there's no way to get it back. If we erase all the green while we're erasing the image, it just doesn't work. So hitting Alt-Control-Z or Alt-Command-Z on the Mac, we get rid of that. Thank God for undo. And there's a few other things we can do. We can have using the different modes. I'm going to use behind. So this way it goes behind the what's already drawn. So if I do a different color, like just do a lighter green, and I'm going to color on this. Well, it's not working. Or I'll color on the black. Oh, it's not working. But it does color behind the color. So I'm just going to undo that a little. Everybody makes mistakes. So remember, Control-Alt-Z or Command-Option-Z if you're using a Mac to undo. And there's also multiply, which kind of does the same thing, but it basically just adds to it. And you can end up getting a color, it just gets darker and darker until it actually turns black. That's why it doesn't mark up the black. And then of course there's using different layers. You can put it on a different layer, and it doesn't really matter what you do. And you can just change the layer. Say, well, the normal, well, I want to make it multiply. So, except now it won't, you can mark on, whoop. Well, don't do it that way, but switch the, remember always to switch your brush back to normal, otherwise it gets weird effects. But this way you can continue to do all these changes on the layer, and you won't affect everything on the bottom. And you can just have it switch to multiply or anything like that. Another effect is using the layer effects here, and you can, this affects everything below it, and you can adjust things. So you maybe want to fill it with a solid color. So we want, sure, we'll have this, we'll have red, very bright. And it fills everything with that color, and we can adjust the whether it multiplies and everything, as well as the opacity, how dark it is. And if we move it below, well, switch this from being multiply to normal. Now you see it only affects everything below it. So put it here, whoop, cancel. And so we put it down there, and it only doesn't affect the dragon anymore. It only affects the background. And switch this back to, switch the layer order. Everything below it, the top layer, affects what's below it. And then there's another option. We can go to blending options, right click it. And then there's a bunch of different things you can do here. Drop shadow adds a little shadow to it. Inner shadow affects the inside. Just wait a second. I'll turn off that dragon so you can see it on the color. So here's the drop shadow. This makes a little shadow around the edge. You can change its angle and how big it is and everything. There's the inner shadow, which is on the inside. Changes shadow on the insides as if its light is coming in around it. You can have the angle. Turn these off. Now we have outer glow, which adds some glow to it. We can have it big glow. Inner glow, kind of the same thing as inner shadow. You can bevel and emboss and pop it up. And there's a lot of other cool effects that you can do. So play with all these effects and make something great. My name's Kromann, and good luck with Photoshop.